Hare Krishna. Let's see. Yeah, Sindhu Mataji, will you be able to read this chapter?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, I am done from my setup, so feel free to start.
I
Yes,
can't see the screen. Yeah. Could you please? Okay.
I'm doing it.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, My dear king, thereafter, at the request of Lord Brahma, Prajapati Dakṣa, who is known as Prachetas, begot 60 daughters in the womb of his wife Aksni. All the daughters were very affectionate towards their father. He gave 10 daughters in charity to Yamaraja, 13 to Kashyapa, first 12 and then one more. 27 to the moon god and 2 each to Angira, Kshrasava and Bhuta. The other 4 daughters were given to Kashyapa. Thus Kashyapa received 17 daughters in all. Now please hear from me the names of all these daughters and their descendants who filled all the 3 worlds. The 10 daughters given to Yamaraja were named Banu, Lamba, Kakud, Yami, Vishwa, Sadhya, Sandhya, Marutvati, Vasu, Muhurta, and Sankalpa. Now hear the names of their sons. O king, O son, named Devarishva, was born from the womb of Banu, and from him came a son named Indrasena. From the womb of Lamba came a son named Vidyota, who generated all the clouds. From the womb of Kakud came the son named Sankata, whose son was named Kikkata. From Kikkata came the demigods named Durga. From Yami came the son named Swarga, whose son was named Nandi. The sons of Vishwa were the Vishwadevas, who had no progeny. From the womb of Sandhya came the
Sadhya,
Sadhyas,
Sadhya.
Sadhyas, Sadhyas, who had a son named Atra Siddhi. The 2 sons who took birth from the womb of Marutvati were Marutvan and Jayat, Jayat, Jayanta. Jayanta, who is an expansion of Lord Vasudeva, is known as
Lord,
Upendra.
son of Vasudeva. Yeah.
Vasudeva is known as Upendra. The demigods named Mahrutrikas took birth from the womb of Muhutra. These demigods delivered the results of actions to the living entities of their respective times. The son of Sankalpa was known as Sankalpa, and from his lust was born. The sons of Vasu were known as the 8
Sons of
Vasus.
Vasus. Sons of.
Vasus.
If you
Vasus.
see
Vas,
a line on the top of A, then it is Dirgha. If it
okay,
is not
Prabhu.
there, then it is short. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Vasu, okay, okay. Known as 8 Vasus. Just hear their names from me. Drona, Prana, Dhruva, Arka,
And
Agni,
if there is a dot below the N, try to pronounce it as Ana. Drona.
and Drona, Drona, Prana, Dhruva, Arka, Agni, Dosa,
Dosha.
Dosha, Vastu, and Vibhavasu. Vibhavasu. From Abhimati, the wife of the Vasu, named Drona, were generated the sons named Harshna,
Harsha.
Harsha, Soka,
Shoka. This is Sha. Yeah?
Shoka,
No, Shoka.
so, Shoka,
Like Krish. Shoka.
Shoka,
Anyway,
by,
go on.
by, by, Baya, and so on. Uh, Ujjaswati, the wife of Prana, gave birth to three sons named Saha, Ayush, Purojava. The wife of Dhruva was known as Dharani, and from her womb, various cities took birth. From the womb of Varsana, the wife of Arka, came many sons, headed by Tarsha. Dhara, the wife of the Vasu, named Agni, gave birth to many sons, headed by Darvinaka. From Kritika, another wife of Agni, came the son named Skanda Kartikeya, whose sons were headed by Vishakya. Visakya. From the womb of Sharvari, the wife of Vasu, named Dosha, came the son named Sishumara, who was an expansion of Supreme Personality of Godhead. From Angirasi, the wife of Vasu, named Vastu, was born the great architect Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma became the husband of Akriti, from whom the Manu named Chakshusha was born. The sons of Manu were known as Vishwadevas and Sanjas. Usha, the wife of Vibhavasu, gave birth to three sons. Vrushta, Roshisa, and Atapa. From Atapa came Panchayama, the span of the day, who awakens all living entities to material activities. Sarupa, the wife of Bhuta, gave birth to the 10 million Rudras, of whom the 11 principals Rudra were Raivata, Aja, Bhava, Bhima, Vama, Ugra, Vrishkapi, Ajay Kapat, Abhibadna, Bahurpa, and Mahan. Their associates, the ghosts and goblins, who are very fearful, were born of the other wife of Bhuta. The Prajapati Angira had two wives named Swadha and Sati. The wife named Swadha accepted all the Pitas as her sons, and Sati accepted the Girasa Veda as her son. Krishshasva had two wives named Arsis and Drishana.
Dhishana.
Dishana, Dishana in the wife named Archis. Is it correct, probably? Archis.
Archis.
Archis. Archis. He begot Dhumaketu, and in Dishana he begot four sons named Vedasthira, Devala, Vayuna, and Manu. Kashyapa, who is also known as Tarsha, is it correct?
Yeah.
Had four wives, Vinata, Suparna, Kadru, Patangi, and Yamini. Patangi gave birth to many kids of birds, and
Kinds of.
Yamini many kinds of birds, and Yamini gave birth to locusts. Vinata Suparna gave birth to Garuda, the carrier of Lord Vishnu, and to Anuru or Aruna, the chariot driver of sun god. Kadru gave birth to different varieties of serpents. O Maharaja Parikshit, best of the Bharatas, the constellations named Kritika were all wives of the moon god. However, because Prajapati Daksha had cursed him to suffer from a disease causing gradual destruction, the moon god could not beget children in any of his wives. Thereafter, the king of the moon pacified Prajapati Daksha with contagious, uh, uh, contagious words and thus regained the portion of light he had lost during his disease. Nevertheless, he could not beget children. The moon loses his shining power during the dark fortnight, and in the bright fortnight, it is manifest again. O King Parikshit, now please hear from me the names of Kashyapa's wives, from whose wombs is population of the entire universe has come. They are the mothers of almost all the population of the entire universe, and their names are very auspicious to hear. They are Aditi, Diti, Danu, Kasta,
Kashta.
Kasta,
Kashta.
Arista,
Sorry.
Ka,
Kashta.
Kasta,
Hmm.
Arista,
Hmm.
Surasa, Illa, Muni, Krodavasa, Tamara, Shurabi, Samara,
Sarah.
Sarama, and Timi. From the womb of Timi, all the Aquatics took birth, and from the womb of Sarama, the ferocious animals like tiger and lions took birth. My dear King Parikshit, from the womb of Shurabi, the buffalo, cow, and other animals with cloven hoofs took birth. From the womb of Tamara, the eagles, vultures, and other large birds of prey took birth, and from the womb of Muni, the angels took birth. The son born, the sons born of Krodavasa were the serpents known as Dandushuka, as well as other serpents and the mosquitoes All the various creepers and trees were born from the womb of Ila. The Rakshasas, bad spirits, were born from the womb of Surasa. The Gandharvas were born from the womb of Aristata.
Hmm.
And animals whose hooves are not split, such are the horses, were born from the womb of Kasta. O king, from the womb of Danu came 61 sons, of whom these 18 were very important: Dvimudra, Shambara, Arishta, Hayagriva, Vibhavasu, Ayomukha, Samkrustira, Swabhanu, Kapila, Aruna, Puloma, Vrishvaparva, Ekachakra, Anuttapana, Doma, Doma Rakesha, Virupaksha, Viprachitta, and Drujaya. The daughters of Swarbhanu, named Suprabha, was married by Namuchi, the daughter of Vrishspara, named Sarmishta, was given to the powerful king Yayati, the son of Nahusha. Vaishvanara, the son of Danu, had 4 beautiful daughters named Upadhanivi, Hayasira, Puloma, and Kalaka. Hiranyaksha married Upadhanavi, and Kratu married Hayakshira. Thereafter, at the request of Lord Brahma, Prajapati Kashyapa married Puloma and Kalaka. The other 2 daughters of Vaishvanara, from the wombs of these 2 wives of Kashyapa came 60,000 sons, headed by Nirvakavacha, who are known as Paulomas and Kalakeyas. They were physically very strong and expert in fighting, and their aim was to distribute the sacrifices performed by the great sages. My dear king, when your grandfather Arjuna went to the heavenly planets, he alone killed all these demons, and thus King Indra became extremely affectionate toward him. In his wife Simhika, Viprachitti begot 101 sons, of whom the eldest is Rahu, and the others are the 100 Ketus. All of them attained position in the influential planets. Now please hear me as I describe the descendants of Atidhi in chronological order. In this dynasty, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, descended by his planetary expansion. The names of the sons of Atidhi are as follows: Vishva, Vivashwan, Aryama, Pusha, Tvashta, Savita, Bhaga, Data, Vidata, Varuna, Mitra, Shatru, and Urukrama.
Urukraba.
Urukrama. Samjana, the wife of Vishwavan, the sun god, gave birth to the Manu named Shraddha and the same fortune wife also gave birth to the twins Yamaraja and the river Yamuna. The Yami, while wandering on the earth in the form of mare, gave birth to Ashwini Kumaras. Chaya, another wife of sun god, begot two sons named Shan- Sh- Shanashcharya and Sharvani Manu, and one daughter Tapati, who married Samvarna. From the womb of Mrak- Matratka, what is it, Prabhuji?
Where are you? I didn't.
42, from the womb of
Okay. Matraka.
Matrika, the wife of Aryama, were born many learned scholars. Among them, Lord Brahma created the human species, which are endowed with the aptitude for self-examination. Pusha had no sons. When Lord Shiva was angry at Daksha, Pusha had laughed at Lord Shiva and showed his teeth. Therefore, he lost his teeth and had to live by eating only ground floor. Rachana, the daughter of Daityas, became the wife of Prajapati Vashta. By his semen, he begot in her womb two very powerful sons named Sannivesa and Vishwarupa. Although Vishwarupa was the son of the daughter of their eternal enemies, the demons, the demigods, accepted him as their priest in accordance with the order of Brahma. When they were abandoned by their spiritual master Brihaspati, whom they had disrespected. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, Prabhuji, so many mistakes
No,
in
no,
names.
no, no. If I want to punish someone,
Yeah, it's really nice punishment.
no, no. Thank you very much for
Yeah.
reading.
Thank you
I,
so much. I learned so many things from you, Prabhuji. If someone wants to find names, I refer to this chapter.
yeah, yeah. They can dig out. There are so many
Yeah,
such
that
chapters for yeah. Yeah, there's so many with so many names, so many twisters, so many we don't even know the meaning. But I think these
yeah,
days when people don't know the meaning, they think, wow, it's a
yeah,
great name. So you can
yeah,
refer this chapters for the at least
yeah,
reviving these names. I hope they don't
yes,
pick the names which are given to Daityas and Asuras and
yeah,
you know
yeah,
thinking it's a cool name.
yeah. Actually, they want to pronounce difficult because they want the unique names these days.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's
As if like there is a big responsibility, like Lord Brahma gave them to give unique names, so that's why they dig
yeah.
out very, very unique.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Yeah.
anyway,
Thank you, Prabhuji.
thank you so much for reading. ॐ ज्ञानतिब्रन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकथां मह्यं ददति स्वपदान्तिकम् नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नाम्ने नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्ते ते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वर ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamadhiresh Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavad Uttama Shloki Bhaktir Bhavadinashtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devakinandanaya Chananda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om. So, just like how you struggled with the English, let me try with the Sanskrit. But this chapter is in continuation from uh, the the struggle of Daksha to progenate. Daksha was blessed after the Lord gave him the blessings to expand to as per his desire to progenate. So accordingly, Daksha started, but then we know Haryashvas and Sabalashvas, who were 1,000 and 100, and all were converted to devotees by Narada Muni. So this time he progenited um, mm, daughters, 60 daughters. So this is the what we see, and because there is no spice of Narad Muni, I don't know if I should say that, but because of not having the spice that Narad Muni adds to make uh, beings to devotees, we may not, we didn't, we may not have seen the divine intervention of Narad Muni here, and that's why we could at least see so much creation that happened, and not just only few, but the whole population actually. Yeah. So it was a nice thing. It's as if like you are in a deep impediment, and someone just comes and lifts and throws that, and then the wheel can go on. So this is what we see here. There are not that many purports in this chapter, so uh, we can just go through the chapter, and there are few where Prabhupada mentions about Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, what he refers here. So those things I'll cover. Okay. I try to relate this chapter to what we read in the third canto, 10th chapter, where Vidura, Maitreya Muni is telling to Vidura that there are nine kinds of creations, and in that the last three creations, so etc. And of course, everything comes under Brahma. It's just like who has invented, no, not who has invented, who had manufactured iPhone. We will not tell the name of the engineer who did it, but we will tell who is that. It was Steve Jobs. I don't know who is now. Yeah, we just refer the company, right? What is it called? The company Apple. Apple. Yeah. So here we see more. Yesterday, did we read about the time, creation, and elements? Here we are talking about how the jivas are brought into such creation. So let's start. श्रीशुक उवाच तथा प्राचेतसो सिक्न्याम् अनुनीतः स्वयंभुवा षष्टिं सञ्जनायाम् आसा दुहित्रा पितृवत्सलाः. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, My dear king, therefore, after the request of Lord Brahma, Prajapati Daksha, who is known as Prachetasa, begot 60 daughters in the womb of his wife, Asikni. All the daughters were very affectionate toward their father. And then Dashadharmaya Kayadad Dvi Shata Tri Nava Chendave Bhutangira Krishashvedbhyo Dve Dve Takshayaya Chaparaha. So in this, he gave 10 daughters in charity to Dharmaraja, who is Yavadharmaraj, who is the head, who is maintainer of heaven and hell. 13 to Kashyapa, first 12 and then one. Oh, sorry, did I say heaven and hell? No, hell and Pitralokas. I'm sorry. Then first 12 and then one more. And then 27 to the moon god, two each to Angira, Sharasva, and Bhuta. The other four daughters were given to Kashyapa. Thus, Kashyapa received 17 daughters in all. So we see that Kashyapa Muni uh, um, is expanding the population as per the instructions of um, Daksha. नामधेयानि अमूषां त्वं सापत्यानां च मे शृणु यासां प्रसूति प्रसवैर्लोका आपूरितस्त्रयः. So here the daughters are listed. Mm, then comes this Bhanur Lamba Kukud Yamir Vishwa Sadhya Marutvati Vasur Muhurta Sankalpa Dharma Patnya Sutan Srunu. Listen, the 10 daughters given to Yamaraj were named Bhanu Lamba Kakud Yami Vishwa Sadhya Marutvati Vasu Muhurta Sankalpa. Now, here the names of their sons. So, for some, we may think, hey, whoa, can we really remember so many names? Can we really remember so many relations and all these things, hierarchy? Some may be interested to know what is the family tree, where we belong to, who is our fathers, forefathers, great forefathers, like that, that they would like to see. And I know one of my, what do you call this, neighbors, yeah, family friend, so to say. After he retired from his lecturer job, mm, which keeps him very busy talking and very very active, he took up a project. He took up a project after he retired to find out his whole family tree. So for that matter, he used to travel different places, make a chart, orchard, and so that that's how he kept himself active, connected to his. So that here we see Bhanostu Deva Rishabha Indra Sena Tatho Nripa Vidyota Asil Lambayas Tatascha Stanayitvanah. So, son named Deva Rishabha was born from the womb of Bhanu, and from him came a son named Indrasena. From the womb of Lamba came a son named Vidyota, who generate all the clouds. Kakuda Sankatas Tasya Kikatas Tanayo Yataha Bhuvo Durgani Yame Yaha Swargo Nandis Tato Bhavat. So from the womb of Kakud came Sankata, whose son was Kikata. From Kikata came the demigod named Durga. If you read here, you see it's from Kikata came the demigod's name Durga. So Durga, goddess Durga is one, but we are talking about uh, demigods, devatas who are called Durga, from which means they protect the creation. From Yami came the son named Sparga, whose son was named Nandi. विश्वे देवा तो विश्वाय अप्रजां स्तां प्रचक्षते साध्यो गुणश्च साध्याय अर्थसिद्धिस्तु तत् सुतः. The son of Vishwa were the Vishwadeva. Vishwadeva, I think Vishwaroop we will talk later. Vishwadeva who had no progeny. From the womb of Sadhya came Sadhyas who had a son named Arthasiddhi. मरुत्वांश्च जयन्तश्च मरुत्वत्या बहुवतुः जयन्तो वासुदेवांश उपेन्द्र इति यं विदुः. Here the name of Jayanta is referred, who is the expansion of Lord Vasudeva and is known as Upendra. And this Upendra is different to the Upendra which we come across in the eighth canto, where Upendra is the son of Atidi. Yeah, if you know who is the Upendra. Upendra is he the elder brother? Yeah, younger brother of Indra. No? In short, it is that Indra lose. I mean, this is what we will have next chapters. But when Bali Maharaj becomes powerful, yeah, and he overpowers Indra, and then Atidi informs to Kashyapa that mm, mm, yeah, uh, mm, Yeah. Anyway, that whole conversation which tells Kashyapa to, if you want, you can please the Lord and then he can bless you. So Atidhi is blessed by a child who is none other than Vishnu and who is none other than Vamana Dev, who is also called Upendra. Indra means the Lord Indra. Upendra is his brother. If I'm correct, yeah. मौहूर्तिका देवगण मुहूर्तायश्च जङ्गिरे ये वै फलं प्रयच्छन्ति भूतानां स्वस्वकालजम्. It's there is no purport, so it's what I am relating here. So excuse if it's not correct. Here we are talking about demigods named the Mauhurtikas, took birth from the womb of Muhurta. These demigods deliver the results of actions to the living entities of their respective times. So we may have heard there are so many words that we pick if we are more connected to um, Grandhika and Pauranika, which is historical. We come across so many names, and when we talk about astronomy, astrology, we come across some where time is measured, where muhurta is set. If for any occasion, for any sanskara, there is muhurta. And that's why sometimes have you heard something called muhurta balam? Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu.
You may have heard Chandra balam, Surya balam. There is also Tara balam. There is muhurta balam. Yeah. So there are certain times which are mentioned that this have empowered, and here we see it's not just a convenience. It is like, okay, you're coming from Lindau, what would be the best time? Oh, night journey is not good. Travel in the daytime, or oh, if you travel by this time, you're here by lunchtime. No, this is not the convenience, but it's actually that there are demigods who are directing what is auspicious or favorable, because here these demigods deliver the results of actions to the living entities of their respective times. So depending, yeah, I don't know. You may again see muhurtas. There are different Vijaya, Jaya, Vijaya. There is also Gajakesar. I mean, I'm not expert in that. I think Gajakesar is going more in the yogas. There is, yeah, anyway, there are so many, there are kinds of muhurtas. Depending on this kind of muhurta is good for this, so accordingly favorable for them. Yeah, just wanted to, yeah. संकल्पायास्तु संकल्पः कामः संकल्पजः स्मृतः वसवो स्थौ वसो पुत्रस्तेषां नामानि मे शृणु द्रोणः प्राणो ध्रुवो रुक्तो अंगी ध्रुवोऽग्निर् ध्रुवोऽग्निर् दोषो वास्तुर्विभावसुः द्रोणो द्रोणस्याभिमते पत्न्या हर्षशोक भयादयः. The son of Sankalpa was known as Sankalpa, and from him lust was born. Hmm? The sons of Vasus were known as the eight Vasus. Just hear their names from me: Drona, Prana, Dhruva, Arka, Agni, Dosha, Vastu, and Vibhavasu. From Abhimati, the wife of Vasu named Drona, were generated the sons named Harsha and Shoka, Bhaya, and so on. These names, yeah, so we may see that they are personalities. Yeah, when we may feel that Shoka is a feeling, Harsha is a feeling, Bhaya is a feeling, but these feelings also have personification. It's like, okay, entities. Yeah, they are also entities. प्राणस्योर्जस्वती भार्या सह आयुः पुरोजवः ध्रुवस्य भार्या धरणीर् असूत विविधा पुरः. Urjaswati, the wife of Prana. Prana means life. Urja is exact word. Urja is potency, the creating splendor. Yeah, Urja is the splendor, the splendid energy. So Ojaswati, the wife of Prana. You see, gave birth to three sons named Saha Ayush. Ayush means life. Purojava means prosperity. The wife of Dhruva was known as Dharani, the wife of Dhruva, and from her womb various cities took birth. See, अर्कस्य वासव sorry अर्कस्य वासना भार्या पुत्रस्तर्षादय स्मृता अग्निर्भार्या वसोर्धारा पुत्रा द्रविणकादयः. From the womb of Vasana, the wife of Arka, came many sons headed by Tarshadhara, wife of Vasu named Agni, gave birth to many sons headed by Dravinaka. स्कंदश्च कृतिका पुत्रो करेक्ट कृतिका पुत्रो ये विशाखादयस्तथा दोषस्य सर्वरी पुत्र सुषुमारो हरे कला. So, from Kritika, another wife of Agni, came the son Skanda, Kartikeya, whose sons were headed by Vishakha. From the womb of Sarvari, the wife of Vasu named Dosha, came the son named uh, Sishumara, who was an expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This we will I think we covered in the fifth canto when we were telling about how so many Varshas are there. In that, Sishumara is one Varsha, and how the Lord expands himself and worshipped so many. Vastor Angirasi Putro Vishwakarma Kriti Patihi Tato Manush Chakshusho Bhud Vishwe Sadhya Mano Suta. From Angirasi, the wife of Vasu, named Vastu, was born the great architect Vishwakarma. So from Vastu came Vishwakarma. Logical, isn't it? Vishwakarma became the husband of Akriti, from whom the Manu named Chakshusha was born, who will become Chakshusha Manu. The son of Manu were known as Vishwadevas and Sadhyas. If you hear the suktas and the ritual mantras, you can see Vishwadeva Sadhyas. They are here. Vibhavasor asutosha vyushtam rocisam atapam panchayamo tat panchayamo tha bhutani yena jagriti karmasu. Usha, no, sorry, not Usha, Usha, the wife of Vibhavasu, gave birth to three sons. Who are they? Vyushta, Rochisha, Atapa. From Atapa came Panchayama, the span of day. Yeah, if you know, the day is divided into five. What do you call this? Who awakens all living entities to material activities. Yeah, they are this. We call three, uh, but actually between the three there is also two sandhyas. Yeah, altogether is five. Panchayama, the span of day. Sandhyas are only between two kalas. Yeah, kala are three and sandhyas are two, altogether five. Who awakens all living entities to material activities. Sarupa Suta Bhutasya Bharya Rudram cha Kotishaha Raivato yo Bhavo Bhimo Vamo Ugro Vrikshakapihi Ajay Kapad Ahirbradno Bahurupo Mahan iti Rudrasya Parshadas Chanye Gora Preta Vinayakaha. See, all are here. Sarupa, the wife of Bhuta, mm, gave birth to 10 million Rudras, of whom the 11 principal Rudras were Raivata, Aja, Bhava, Bhima, Vama, Ugra, Vrishakapi, Ajaykapat, Ahir, Ahir, Bhradna, yeah, Bahurupa, and Mahan. Their associates, who are their associates? Yeah, are the sons of wife Bhuta. Hmm? Who are they? Ghosts and goblins who are very fearful were born from the other wife of Bhuta. So here we can see Sarupa is one wife. Uh, So, and from the other wife, the ghosts and goblins came. Prajapater Angirasaha Swada Patni Pitran Atha Atharvangirasam Vedam Putratve Chakurot Sati. There are two who are born. The name Prajapati Angira had two wives, Swadha and Sati. From Swadha, all the Pitas came as her sons, and Sati accepted the Atharvana Angirasa Veda as her son. श्रावो ऋषि भार्यायां धूमकेतुम् अजीजनत् दिशनायानं वेदशिरो देवलं वयुनं manum. Uh, Krishasva had two wives, Archis and Dishana. In the wife of Archis, he begot Dhumaketu, and in Dishana, he begot four sons, Vedasira, Devala, Vayu, and Manu. Tarkasya, this is nice. You may relate this story also. The slavery of Vinata, of Vinata. Tarkasya Vinata Kadru. No, slavery of Kadru. Vinata Kadruhu Patangi Yaminiti cha Patangi Asuta Patagan. Sorry, Patagan Yamini Shalabhan Ata. Suparna Suta Garudam Sakshad Yagneshavahanam Surya Sutam Anurun cha Kadrur Naga Anekashaha. So Kashyapa, who is also known as Tarksha, had four wives. Kashyapa Mani had four wives. Vinata, who is none other than Suparna, yeah, Kadru, Patangi, and Yamini. Patangi gave birth to many kinds of birds. Yamini gave birth to lochats or locusts. Locusts are um uh, crickets. Have anyone heard crickets? These are small flies which keep making some kind of noise in the night times. Kick, 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 chick, 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 chick. Something I don't know. You may have seen small creatures, or these crickets are very very dangerous because if they are on fields in the North India. You may see that the whole fields are eaten by these crickets. They spoil, they eat away. These are small insects, flies, but they cannot harm humans. But I mean, of course, they are big in size, some which can be dangerous. But this is called a locust. Yeah, maybe you can look it up. That yeah, and then Vinita gave birth to Garuda. Hmm. Um, so, did I say the other way? So, what happens is this Kadru and Vinita, being the co-wives uh, of Kashyapa, and Vinita was not so, no, Kadru was not so polite. She was very envious and she wanted all the credit, and her sons were snakes. And anyway, in short, there is a bet, and that bet is lost by Vinita because Kadru cheats Vinita, and because of that cheating, she becomes the slave for life of Kadru. And Garuda, who is the son of Vinata, he wants to relieve her. So for that, the deal was, because the snakes have lied and they need nectar. Yeah, they need nectar so that they can live long or ever, or their tongues which are split can be revived. I don't know what was exact reason, but Kadru asks, if you bring the nectar from the heaven where it is in Indraloka, then I can release your mother, Vinata, forever. Anyone knows this story already? Then I don't have to explain all.
No, Prabhuji, I'm not aware of it.
Okay. See, the snakes and vultures have rivalry from beginning. Coming from
Yes,
Tamil Nadu, you might see, na, there is this Kartikeya, there is Muguruga, and there is so many, what do you call this? daily serials or movies, or all there's so many snake movies, and then all of a sudden the person comes with some charmer or a Garuda, all these things. He the charmer is a representative of Garuda powers. So anyway, so we see that what happens is Vinata is a slave. So to relieve his mother, he takes the step. He flies high, high, high into the heaven, and then when he goes to the heaven, he finds a pot of nectar. This nectar, I think you may know, when the churning happens between the suras and asuras. At that time, the nectar comes, right? Finally, there is some fight. Oh, who should drink it? And then finally, Lord Vishnu comes in Mohini Murti, and he he tricks the asuras and takes the pot of honey, and then he gives to Indra. Of course, while this pot was carried, there were some drops that fell in different places, and that's why, if I'm not wrong, they are this Kumbh Mela, where there are four spots where Kumbh Mela is done. Anyway, you may know more on that lines. That's why. And this nectar pot is in the heaven, and no one drank. Amazing, right, Satish Prabhu? After all, whole effort is there, but everyone got busy, and they didn't take it. And the honey pot was there, or this nectar pot was there. So this pot was eyed by by Garuda, and then when he went, he took it, and then when he was going, then there was a big resistance. Why? Because Indra wanted, yeah? Whether you use it or not, you want it. So Indra wanted the pot of nectar for him and for his people. So the, he tried, and he even stopped. He could succeed. Of course, it was not easy, but he could succeed. But because the reason of Garuda was genuine, that he wanted to release his mother, so then Indra allowed that this pot could go down, as far as I know. And then because Indra brought it, or maybe anyway, Garuda brought the nectar. This was a trick again. Indra has a trick, yeah, always. So it is that, okay, you go, you give it, and I go and take it. So this is what happens. So Garuda brings the pot. Kardu is very happy. She says, "Your mother is released," and then Indra comes and takes away. So the pot is still there if someone want. Yeah. So because of such a great, loyal, and affectionate son, being Garuda being such an affectionate son, then he got the fortune of becoming the Vahana of Lord Vishnu. You're getting the point now, Satish Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
That is the whole connection. Now we have connected few dots here, right? Your breakfast is nice, Prandan Prabhu. Uh, Very nice. Enjoy, enjoy. Where are we? So let's go back, so that we go through the remaining. So that this is what Kardu gave different birth to different varieties of serpents. Um, कृतिकादीनि नक्षत्रान् नक्षत्रान् इन्दो पत्न्यस्तु भारत दक्ष सापत्सो न पत्तस न पत्यस तासु यक्ष्म गहादितः. Now interesting comes, yeah. He says the constellations named Kritika were all wives of moon god. Now, so the moon god had how many wives? 27 wives. Uh, if you see, how do you know if there is someone here who is looking for marriage? If you want to see the compatibility between the stars, how to see that these 27 are put in nine buckets, and then the three which come in the vertical bucket are friendly. Yeah, this is one. Anyway, this again comes to astrology. Here we see all the wives of moon god. However, because Prajapati Daksha had cursed him, I don't know if there is here more inputs, but yeah, there is no purport. But I can give again a little context why Daksha had to curse. After all, Daksha has given his daughter to moon god. Na? Why did he curse? Because Chandra was so much affectionate to only first daughter Rohini. Because of that, he was completely ignoring, neglecting. Actually, first of all, the moon god was interested only with one daughter of Daksha. Who was that? Rohini. Very beautiful, all attractive, and that's why he wanted to marry her. And of course, I shouldn't say others were not attractive, but moon god was so much absorbed in only taking care of Rohini, and that's why. Uh, uh, and that's why the potency was cursed by Daksha, that you become im impo impotent or something. Yeah, like he was cursed to suffer from a disease causing gradual destruction. The moon god could not beget children in any of his wives. So shapas can be dangerous. Huh? Punah prasadya tam somaha kala lebhe kshaye ditaha. Shrunu namani lokanam matram matra sorry matranam sankarani cha. अतः कश्यप पत्नीनां यत् प्रसूतम् इदं जगत् अतिदिर् धनुः काष्ठा अरिष्टा सुरसा ईला मुनि क्रोधावसा ताम्रा सुरभिः सरमा तिमिः तिमेर यादो गुणा आसन स्वापदा sarama sutta. Okay, it's long, all in short. The essence here is we are telling about that Timi. You may have heard Timi, Timingala. Anyone? The whale in Sanskrit is Timingala. Timingala means we can see here Timi is the mother of all aquatics, it says. And Sarama is ferocious animals like tigers and lions come. Then there is Surabhi from all the cows, buffaloes, and other animals with claw hooves, claws which have a better grip that they can hold. And Tamra comes from Tamra, eagles, vultures, and other large birds of prey. Then from Muni comes Apsaras, from Krodavasas comes serpent, special serpent known as Dandashuka, and other serpents and the mosquitoes come. From Ila, various creepers and trees. Surasa, from Surasa comes Rakshasas. I don't know if this Surasa is the same Surasa who comes in Ramayana where Hanuman is crossing the um, uh, what is that? Indian Ocean. That Surasa is sent to test. Yeah, you remember? Surasa is sent to test. The Devata says, "Hey, go and test the uh, power of Hanuman." That he expands. Sorry, she expands. He expands. She expands. He expands. Yeah, like that. And Arishta is Gandharvas, Kashta, from whom animals whose hoofs are not split, like horses, camels, they come. Kashyapa's daughter Dhanu has 61 sons, of whom 18 were very important. Dimudra, Sambara, Arishta, Hayagriva, Vibhavasu, Ayomukha, Sankushira, Svarbhanu, Kapila, Aruna, Puloma, Vrishaparva, Ekachakra, Anutapana, Dhumrakesha, Virupaksha, Viprachiti, and Durjaya. Anyway, all this from 29 to 37, yeah, there's a whole list of all the names and how everyone created from that. And here we can see um, from Vaishwanara, let's see which is important. Um, I'm just cross-checking. Yes, let me check and yeah, I mean, this is something important also. From Swarbhanu comes Suprabha and marriage to Namuchi. These are few names you may come across. And Vrishaparva, from him comes Sarmishta. If you, I don't remember exact, Rupert, you remember when we were in Omkareshwar Prabhu's house, there was Who is this Prabhu? Prasundar Prabhu, he gave a class on Yayati. I don't remember the canto. I think it is also from the same one, sixth canto. But let me check. Yeah, Yayati, and he has son who will swap his age. Yeah, no, Yayati becomes very old because of a curse given by father of father of beautiful his daughter.
Sukracharya?
Yeah, Sukracharya's daughter.
Yes, Prabhu.
What is
Sarmishra and another two daughters.
who is
One
the
of king
daughter?
and one of Sukracharya.
Who is the daughter?
Sarmishra is the daughter of Sukracharya, and there was one more
Devayani.
daughter of
Yeah,
king, Devyani.
Devayani. Okay, thank you. Which canto do you know?
Prabhuji, I don't remember the canto, but yeah, it
Okay,
is
but that is a
some.
story. Anyway, that
Yes,
is a
yes.
story. Thank you. So we can see how the origins of all that happened here. Then from Vaishvanara are four daughters. And four daughters is Upadanavi, Hayashira, Uloma, and Kalaka, and Kashyapa married Kalak, and they were given to Kashyapa. So Upadanavi is married to Hiranyaksha. Mm? Hayashira is married to Kratu. Uh, Puloma and Kalaka are married to Kashyapa. And from Puloma, mm, and there are 60,000 sons headed by Nivata Kavachas, Pulomas, and Kalakeyas, who were killed by Arjuna. Have anyone heard recently this Kalakeyas coming?
Yes, Prabhuji,
Anyway,
in this Bahubali movie,
in
Prabhuji.
Bahubali. Huh?
Bahubali.
So even latest movies are inspired by the only it's fictitious, but and Nivata Kavachas are also. I know another movie in Telugu where Balakrishna, I don't know if you know the name, he takes the some names na they wanted because especially the directors um, they want people to connect, yeah, so that wow, oh, so that they can feel and the characters, etc. That's why they bring them. And here, this Nivata Kavachas are so dangerous, so dangerous. They are in the nether worlds, but they were very dangerous threat for Indra. So, if you remember, there was a time where Krishna tells to Arjuna to go to heaven. Not only go to heaven, he says, go and make friends with all the kings around. And he makes because he wanted that his Kutami, Pandavas, is strong. So that when a battle will come, then they are, yeah. So this is the plan of Krishna, and Arjuna follows Krishna and Arjuna. And then once Arjuna goes to heaven, and Indra, after blessing, he gives the training, yeah, and he gives the powers, but at the same time he says, yeah, there is this Nivata Kavachas, deadly, and they are very dangerous, and they are becoming big disturbance. Maybe you can subdue them. And Arjuna goes, and then there is a whole description. And after subduing or killing them, then he comes back. Indra is pleased. He gives his special powers, and after that he comes to Pandavas and narrates everything. I think you may also have heard this. Yeah. So those whom Arjuna has killed were Nivata Kavachas. Anyway, coming back. Then this Puloma, if you know, Puloma came. Uh, yeah, again, I read this Garuda Puran where this Puloma came, but there are also other references. Puloma, Rishi, um, yeah, comes. Then comes Kashyapa and Atidhi. Hmm? Kashyapa and Atidhi, there are 12 Adityas who are Vivaswan, Aryama, Pusha, Twishta, Sabita, Bhaga, Dhata, Vidhata, Varuna, Mitra, Satru, and Urukrama. Vishwa, some from Vivashwan, yeah, from Vivashwan, sun god. There is Samya and Chaya. Samya is the shine, and Shai is the shadow. See the names. And from Samya comes Shraddha Deva, Manu, and the twins Yamaraj and river Yamuna, Yami. And then Yami, in the form of a mare, gave birth to the twin Ashwini Kumaras. Then the sons, Sanaischara, who is it? Shani, Saturn, yeah. And then Savarni Manu, they came from Chaya. Hmm? And one daughter came from Chaya, who is Tapati, who married Samvar, Samvarana, Samvarana, yeah. So that, and then Aryama and Matraka, they begot many learned scholars. Pusha, you know what happened, Pushas? You remember anyone? When when in the assembly, when Daksha was not chastising, he was insulting or speaking, offending Lord Shiva in that yajna, when Daksha was performing, at that time, Pusha smiled. This is what Nandi observed. And later, yeah, when cursing, counter cursing, everything happened, that is okay. When Sati goes to the yajna that Daksha performs and being insulted, she gives herself, right? At that time, then Vishwarupa, yeah, Vishwarupa or Virupaksha, Kala Bhairava comes, and in that, I think Virupaksha, right? Or Kala Bhairava or Virupaksha. One of them, the Lord expands into a very big, large form, and then he goes and then he kicks, and at that time, the teeth of Pushas come out, whose teeth were broken by laughing at Lord Shiva. He had no sons. And then there is Tvashta and Rachana, daughter of Daityas. Sannivesha and Vishwarupa are born. And we will talk about Vishwarupa, what happened, because this chapter ending, the last verse is mentioning about. Let me go. It is said, Tam Vivre Suragana Swasiryam Dvishatam Api Vimatena Parityakta Guru Nangirasena Yat. It says, although Vishwarupa, who is the son of the Daitya Rachana, yeah, but what happened is a son of daughter of their eternal enemies, the demons, the demigods accepted him as their priest in accordance with the order of Brahma when they were abandoned by their spiritual master Brihaspati. There exactly this last verse, because of that, uh, whatever narration so far happened, where it's all said about all how the whole creation happened, how Daksha expanded, will take a pause and we go into what happened. Why did Brihaspati, the spiritual master of heaven, leave heaven? Not only leave heaven, why did he leave the Devatas blessless? Yeah, or so after being insulted because the Brihaspati leaves and everything, the Indralok becomes powerless or inauspicious, or what do you call, ill-fated. And that time Brahma gives, hey, there is a priest. Oh, see, this priest is Vishwarupa. Go and get him, and he will do. But Vishwarupa does something else. We will discuss, I think, few chapters later. Thank you very much. And yeah, see, Siddhi Mataji, sorry, Sindhu Mataji, my pronunciation is not so great as well. So don't worry, we will improve.
No, Prabhuji, you are very perfect. So I am just thinking to revise. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure there might be some questions, but I myself am not expert in these, and also purpose wise there are not that much to really explain. If there are some logic, for example, Yamaraj, and again there is a Yamaraj who is actually Yamaraj of hell and Pitas. Is it the first one or the second one? I don't know. Sometimes have you heard, if there is Venkata Subba Reddy, his son is also called Venkat Subba Reddy and his son. So sometimes some names are usually given in, yeah, like remembering the father or forefather or grandfather. some names could repeat and responsibilities could also repeat. Yeah, a goldsmith can become a goldsmith, but all this is my own limited um, speculation, so to say. So that's why I'm not saying that this is where I heard or read. This is how I'm currently thinking. When Lord's mercy is there, that He want to make it more clear or correct. Looking forward for that.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, it was very nice to know all these names.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, these Devatas, so it was not mentioned about Indra Dev was born from,
No,
he was there, or
because in the Dev creation was mentioned in a different way, right? So it was created in different type. So you remember, when the partial dissolution happens, Indra and etc. are still there. So this is about after a partial dissolution, yeah, the day of Brahma, this is what creation is happening. This is I understood like that.
yes, Prabhuji. And
Again, I might be wrong, but as I said, so I'm thinking that could be the case.
yes, Prabhuji, it was also the similar. We heard also Kashyapa also 2 times or so.
Yeah, you can see because they are there. Yeah, so it could be that one is giving a narration of what creations, who created, etc. And here we are getting how in the context of a chronology that is given here.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
That is, as I said, very, very illiterate in these areas. So I don't know. And yeah, maybe I should read more before I speak. But I thought, okay, let me tell what I know. And gaps, maybe next time when we are reading, if we come across somewhere, if someone is sharing, and I know I'll definitely share. And if you also know, if you are able to dig out some more, yeah, please share as well.
Yes, Prabhuji. The Aryama is the I heard that Aryama was also, yeah, he's also the Soma or
Aryamas are fire gods.
Pitru Lok,
Yeah,
head of Pitru
Aryama,
Lok. No?
you remember they do the yajnas, right? For different kinds of yajnas, and these are called Aryamas. Yeah.
So, yeah, many words that we come
Here,
across like
yeah.
Muhurta or Chaya or these
Varna.
suns, different names.
Yeah. And
Yeah, integrated in the culture or the
yeah, and yeah, nothing. Sorry. No, no, there are so many names. Yeah, we keep hearing, especially if we sit in a marriage or if we sit in any some pujas and everything. Now we come across all these things. Vishwadevas, Sadhyas, all. Yeah, why? Because they are special, and by uh, offering respect, yeah, then yeah, we should offer respect. Yeah, this is what is a culture. This is what is etiquette. This is what is the order. Yeah, they are there, and that's why we have all those things, and they are one who are orchestrating everything, the functioning at a higher scale. Just like we may see that though the working class of US are there, but there are also, what is it called? In India, we have Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and everyone are there doing their part. Otherwise, the whole country wouldn't function, right?
yes, true.
So something like that.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you all for joining. Then have a nice weekend. It's sunny. I read it's not going to be so warm like yesterday. It gets cooler and cooler, but at least sun is there. We can chill out in sunny weather. Thank you so much. Any announcements? I think we are getting closer to Ram Navami, but I think, yeah, I think maybe tomorrow we'll announce it. Again, in case if you know someone who are interested to celebrate Ram Navami, even in your places, yeah, do share it. Yeah, even if it is far. Of course, there might be events that are happening in the temple. That's also possible. But nevertheless, we share what we have, and if someone is around or want to come, they can join. Okay then. वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.